people who've been blocked on Twitter by a famous person. What got you blocked? Coors Twitter account banned me because I wrote how grateful I was to them to be able to drink a bowl of Coors Light each morning on my to drive to work. Jenny McCarthy tweeted out an open-ended question about what people look for in their ideal romantic partner. I responded, someone who believes in vaccination. Asked Sean Price to block me, so he replied done and then blocked me. RIP Sean Price. Not Twitter, but I got blocked on Instagram by then Patriots receiver Brandon Leffel in 2015 for commenting "Brandon the ball Leffel out of my hands." I got blocked by Dane Cook because I tweeted IDK. What is creepier about Dane Cook, his plastic surgery or his teenage girlfriend? I didn't even at him. I was banned by Tito Ortiz. He got himself trapped inside an elevator and didn't appreciate me telling him his head was too heavy and he should have taken the stairs. Wasn't me, but a guy got blocked by Colgate for tweeting them. You know, it's TF based. My friend got blocked by Dr. Phil on Instagram because she commented daddy on one of his posts. Piers Morgan didn't like it when I reminded him of the time he intercepted voicemails on Nigel Haver's phone so he could print stories about his dying wife. I was blocked by Bill Cosby for tweeting at him, "Block me if you raped all those women." Blocked by Stephen Ferry. I have absolutely no idea why. I hardly ever tweet and I've never interacted with him on there. I tweeted a picture of a burnt hot dog to Ryan Reynolds and asked if it looked like Deadpool's member. Blocked. No regrets. I'm blocked by Tyler Oakley, YouTuber, because in 7th grade, I tweeted I don't even like Tyler Oakley and I'm guessing he searched his own name and blocked me. I have a friend who was blocked by Smash Mouth for implying that the lead singer and Guy Fieri are the same person. He then sent a cease and desist to the radio station they work at. Sensitive guy, that Guy Fieri. Deadmy5 blocked me when I called him Skrillex and asked him to DJ my 8-year-old son's birthday party. MKBHD was blocked by Gail Gadot because he noticed that she used an iPhone to tweet about how good Huawei phones are. For a while I would use Snapchat to fake-swap myself with Trump and do my impression of him. I would share them on Twitter and tag him in the posts. One day I come to find out I can no longer tag him in posts. I was blocked by the President of the United States. I've since been unblocked because of that judicial ruling about freedom of information of whatever. I am an attorney and consulted with someone who wanted to sue Twitter after they banned her account from comments to LeBron James. Boy was she mad. I was at a convention that Deadmy5 was at. I sent a tweet asking if there was going to be any form of autograph sessions sometime. Instantly blocked. I could see him, so I know it wasn't him but someone managing the account. I tried the same question worded differently on another account, also banned instantly. Instantly meaning in under 30 seconds. I didn't get blocked, but back in the MySpace days I told Ice Cube if he was in my area he should come smoke a blunt with me. He replied, "Don't do drugs," and unfriended me. I got blocked by Taylor Swift by tweeting her a picture of me 35 times. Calvin Harris blocked me and I still have no idea why. I've never tweeted him or tweeted about him. I asked William Shatner if it was true that he's an at-ho and he said yes and blocked me. Blocked by E.L. James for questioning her book's authenticity and portrayal of BDSM culture. Blocked by Kirstie Alley for questioning Scientology. I got blocked on Twitter by Myers Leonard, the backup PF for the Portland Trail Blazers, for telling him he was a waste of cap space. Then I sent a screenshot of me being blocked by him to him on Instagram saying it was nice that he finally got a block this year. I was blocked by Dolly Parton after I asked if she was related to the Dalai Lama. Blocked by Mike Doughty, who is a musician and former frontman of a band in the 90s/2000s called Soul Coughing. The band broke up and most of the members hate him, so he's really bitter about Soul Coughing songs. He did a lot of drugs too, so I think it's Soul Coughing in general brings up a lot of bad memories. He tweeted that he was reminiscing and listening to SE songs and how they were all sick. I replied and just mentioned that I had really fond memories of rocking out to SC while I was working at Subway in high school, and he replied asking me if I wanted him to feel differently. Weird response, but I replied again and said something to the effect of absolutely not. You feel how you feel and that's fine. Just pointing out that people tend to be their own worst critic. Blocked. No sit. Like 2 months later, the Facing Dude released an album of him covering soul coughing songs solo. It was so dumb. The dude owes 90% of his fan base to the success of SC, and when he went solo covered their stuff all the time. Bummed me out because I was a big fan and just wanted to be supportive. Blocked by the Club Penguin Twitter for adding them in the Quackity raid this September. I was blocked by Dan Schneider back when iCarly was still on air for criticizing a blog post he made. I never liked that guy even though his shows were my childhood. Somehow I was blocked by Marlee Matlin. I'm a big fan of hers, so I thought that was strange. I noticed when I saw I wasn't following her and thought I was, so I followed again and it wouldn't allow it. Eventually I tweeted at her agent or publicist or something, and asked about it. I never got a response, but she did end up unblocking me. Not what you asked, in fact the complete opposite. At the time I was pretty heavily anti-Chael Sonnen, the MMA fighter, and called him out for his antics on Twitter, being a typical youthful edgelord. While all this was going on, I was in the process of raising money for charity. I grew my hair and beard for a year, no trimming, no grooming, no nothing, and had been putting the link out on my Twitter quite heavily, to try and get donations. Wouldn't you know, Mr. Sonnen ignored all my shit talking, and actually donated to my fundraising. Really made me take a look in the mirror, and look at him as a person. Now I'm a couple of years older, I can see that he is actually a pretty decent guy, who played a character for promo purposes. Got blocked by North Korea's state news Twitter, also known as the only Twitter North Korea had at the time, because I mentioned that Kim Jong-il was the dictator with the best fashion sense. I mean, my mom rarely uses Twitter other than to tweet the museums, and she wrote something about an art piece, which Kanye West hearted. She blocked him. I got blocked by Alex Jones when I responded to one of his tweets harassing one of the Parkland kids with "Why are you so obsessed with these kids when you can't even see your own?" Blocked by AVXRY because he was calling someone toxic and I proceeded to link him a 20-minute video compilation of him being toxic. Freshman year of college when we all hopped on Twitter, I still had a regular phone. Not smart, I guess. Anywho, I usually browsed via web and mostly followed people I knew and actually interacted with. I opted in for the text version of Twitter since I wouldn't always have my laptop on me and the phone browser was garbage. I ended up following a few celebs. Somewhere along the line I decided to unfollow Marlon Wayans as he had a fair number of tweets going out that I just didn't find amusing. The way text Twitter worked is that you could text the number after you'd set it up and it'll tweet it for you. You could also give it little codes like AD at the front for a direct message. I thought I could just tell it to unfollow Marlon Wayans, stop at Marlon Wayans, and a few other variations of that. Unwittingly they went out as tweets and he saw them. I wished he'd just blocked me, but no, he roasted my Avi, and well, we know how the internet works. I just stayed off Twitter the rest of the day. Blocked by Chris Brown, Twitter, and Famous Dex, Twitter, Instagram, because I tagged them in memes about them beating their girlfriends and shit. My old roommate got blocked by Amy Schumer when he tweeted that he didn't think her Netflix special was very funny. That's it. CJ Nitkowski mocked a lot of nerds for critiquing Buck Showalter on his decisions not to use Zach Britton late in the 2016 AL wildcard game. He kept making comments about how Buck knew more than the spreadsheets, these guys never played, etc. When the O's lost, I quoted one of his tweets from the night with a comment along the lines of "Buck sure knew best," and he blocked me instantly. I started a podcast about comic books. I'm not a Twitter user, but apparently it's a thing you do. So I started following the accounts of numerous artists and writers. I hadn't followed comics in decades, so I had no idea about whatever drama is going on. Turns out that by following some people, I'm on some sort of block list for other people's Twitter. What's crazy is that it's an industry in trouble. Comics used to sell much better than today. It used to be you were cancelled if you sold less than 100,000 copies. Today, the average comic from DC or Marvel sells around 8,000 copies. The notion of blocking potential readers is odd. My sister was blocked by Ryan Murphy because she said something bad about the writing of Glee. I got blocked by Jenny McCarthy for replying something positive about vaccinations. Asking Jake Paul, "What if the haters dab back?" Got blocked by Joel Osteen for tweeting, "If you could, Jesus would bitch slap TF out of it." Joel Osteen's slimy, plastic face. But was I wrong? My cousin was blocked by Drake after commenting on one of his Insta posts. Why do you write songs about women not wanting you when you're exactly the kind of man women should avoid? Blocked by UK celeb Mel Kershaw on Insta. All she did was post promos and adverts for stuff she was being paid for. It never once said paid promotion, so I mentioned it on the comments. Blocked. Blocked by Kevin Durant after I asked him how Draymond's ass taste. Kurt Schilling blocked me for congratulating him on making the Hall of Fame. Lol. I made fun of a Call of Duty esports player by saying his nose was big, in which he blocked me. I then met him at a gaming event in New Orleans where I shook his hand and asked him to unblock me, which he did right in front of me. I proceeded to tweet about his nose again, and I am still blocked to this day. There you go. Got blocked by William Shatner. He was fighting on Twitter with a co-worker of mine and I responded with something like, "This seems like a misunderstanding, please don't fight." He proceeded to talk trash about my job title, and I responded something like, "Whoa, I'm a fan." When my mom was fighting cancer, one of the few things that made her smile was when we would watch Boston Legal together. Then he blocked me and basically everyone who works at my company. Fuck that guy. CNN blocked me cause I sent them a picture of Patrick punching SpongeBob after I told them a violent fight broke in downtown LA. Not me, but my husband. He kept reminding the singer Brandy about that time she ran over someone. He personally dislikes Brandy, and finds it ridiculous that everyone just got over the fact that she killed someone. I thought them getting blocked was appropriate, and hilarious. My husband always tells me about how he made a Twitter account to share a nice comic he doodled with Wizards of the Coast and he got banned from Twitter for it. One tweet. Jonah Hill blocked me for repeatedly commenting, "Do you like propane and propane accessories as much as your Uncle Hank?" Recently was blocked on a FB page of a UK company. Backstory: this company stole the art of a small Canadian artist and used it for their company name and logo. When called out on it by the artist herself, they said she must be confused as they have Joe after the name. Side-by-side comparison of the original and the logo are exact. When she asked again that they stop using it, they threatened to sue her for slander. Myself and others found their FB page and called them out for stealing art. Blocked. Girl Gang LPL. Girl Gang Liverpool. Pretty shitty of them, since they're supposed to be a makeup company, run by women, celebrating and uplifting women, and they steal art from a female artist. A famous writer blocked me because I told her how hormones work in males and females and how it having less testosterone doesn't make women bad at logic. She does workshops about the shit and people pay up to $200 to attend it. It's usually targeting women to teach them how to be more masculine in terms of being smart and confident and shit.